What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Sunday edition of Morning Scone, presented by Brock, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, and HUDCO Roofing, HUDCORoofing.com. If you're watching on Facebook, please like the page, share the post, like the page, share the post, like the page, share the post, like the page, share the post. If you are watching on YouTube, do us a solid. If you've not done so yet, please hit the subscribe button. And we would love it, love it, love it, love it, love it if you would hit the like. That is the thumbs up. Definitely helps with all the algorithm. It lets YouTube know that, hey, people actually enjoy this video. Maybe we should show it to more people to come join. So cheers to you all. So Tigers win, Tigers win, Tigers win. LSU beats Central Connecticut State 6-5 in extras. Giovanni DiGiacomo with the bases loaded in the infield slapped a single, and LSU walks off Central Connecticut State. So their season is over. Oregon beat Gonzaga last night in the final game of the evening, 7-3. I figured that that Oregon would advance. We talked a little about that yesterday, where actually throughout all the week, where actually Oregon's second pitcher was kind of their ace, remember, and Gonzaga's number two, Gabe Hughes, has a broken hand, and so he's out for the regional. So really, you had Oregon's best pitcher throwing last night against against Gonzaga's number three. So Oregon wins it 7-3. So it means LSU and Gonzaga will play today at 5 o'clock Central in an elimination game. The winner will have to turn around and play at 9 o'clock Central against Oregon. If the winner of LSU Gonzaga moves on and beats Oregon, they would then play on Monday in the championship game of the region. So that's where we stand. Yesterday was a bit tenuous. Loved early in the game seeing Dylan Cruz lead off with a homer. Dylan Cruz hit 2 homers yesterday. Both were solo. That's why you don't bet Dylan Cruz leadoff. You want him to come up to the plate with men on base. 3-run homers are better than solo homers. Nonetheless, good resilience though after LSU got down 5-2. Cruz homered again to make it 5-3, and then Drew Bianco came up with a big knock, the 2 RBI double, which got the game back to even in the third, and then nobody scored again until the 10th. So, Mikhail Hilliard didn't have his best stuff. Gave you just 4 innings of 5-run baseball. But Garrett Edwards was awesome. Garrett Edwards came in, 5 innings of relief, did not allow a run, just 2 hits, didn't walk anybody, struck out 4. He was great. And then Devin Fontenot pitched the 10th. He only needed 9 pitches, so you could absolutely bring Fontenot back today if you needed to. But, man, honestly, you could bring anybody back today. Because if you lose, your season's over. So as weird as it is to sound, as weird as it sounds to say, you could bring anybody back. I wouldn't think that you would get Marceau lathered up, but if you absolutely had to have him for an inning, you could run him out there. But basically, I would think everybody except Marceau would be available. Hilliard and Edwards each went over 60 pitches yesterday, and that would be a real stretch bringing them back. But you could. All right, let's say some good mornings here. See what y'all got. Hey, Kelly Gross, good morning. Megan Hurst, John Bro. Hey, Dad, Mark Cheers up in North Carolina. What's up? Kelly Presley, Robert Scott, good morning. Blaine Smith, more Matt Woe pitching today for LSU. Oh, who's? That's going to, well, AJ Levis. I mean, this is, I need to go back because, man, someone was really riding me in my text app earlier this week when I was telling you that Mikhail Hilliard was going to pitch game 2. And he was like, no way, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, so, yeah, you throw A.J. Labus here against Gonzaga. And my hope for Labus is, I mean, look, he only threw 20 some odd pitches against A&M, and then didn't pitch in the SEC tournament. So really, you have to go back to the Alabama series, the last time Labus actually threw an extended outing. So, I mean, it's basically been 3 weeks, you know. So, you know, my hope there for Labus is, you know, he's had this time off, and it will help him, you know, have some pop today. You know, maybe that's what he needed after the big long outing against Ole Miss. So, see, hoping for the best today from Labus, but you got to have a quick hook. I mean, your season's on the line. You can't stick with a guy if he's struggling. Jonathan Martin, good morning. William Kimbrough, good morning. Breezy Bro, what up, what up? My daughter's birthday today, celebrating with a win. All we need is Drew to sing. Gotcha, Breezy. Tell me your name. We'll get Drew in here at some point. Glenn Laurie, Brian Lill, Jason Aguilar, Pat Huseman, good morning, y'all. Taylor Termini. Must be crazy for Maneri to wonder which game is his last. Hope he gets a good finish. Yeah. Chernauskas, what's up, man? Good morning. Krista Ducote, Val Browning, Paul Dykes, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Jason got lucky yesterday. What time do we play today? Yeah, there's no lucky, Jason. I mean, come on, man. Like, you're not lucky because Garrett Edwards was awesome in relief for 5 innings. You're not lucky because Devin Fontenot was nails in the 10th. I mean, you got hits. You got more hits, scored more runs. And luck, bro. I mean, LSU was better. They won the game. They play at 5 o'clock today. So 5 o'clock, if they win, they'll play again at 9. So Gonzaga at 5. If they win, they'll play Oregon at 9. Brandon Atchison. So the highlight of yesterday for me was a Skip story about Southern and the bats. Oh, Terrio? Yeah. Boys, they ain't your bats. Don't worry, you're not using them. It's pretty good. So yeah, Terrio jumped on the companion show yesterday and told a story about Skip whenever Southern beat LSU. And then as Kador, like they needed more bats. And so Kador asked Skip if they could have some bats. And Skip told him, hey, boys, yeah, see, go give them your bats. Yeah, see, they need it. Don't worry, you're not using them anyway. Because they lost to Southern. Anyway. Blaine Smith, Andrew Bayer. Assuming we start Labus and win, who's starting against Oregon? Great question. So I think you try to go, how many pitches? So I mean, Will Helmers has been your midweek guy, but I would throw Javen Coleman. I'm trying to see how many pitches Ty Floyd threw the other night. Floyd threw 29, so Floyd could come back for sure. Excuse me. I got a lot of phlegm today. Sorry, I know it's gross. You don't need to hear me hacking stuff up in the morning. I guess it depends what happens in the first game, but Javen Coleman would be a good option. Maybe Floyd. I mean, I think those two guys are your Friday and Saturday guys next year. Floyd and Coleman. So, roll with them. Tim Gotro, Cliff Nelson, Apollo Balboa, 1985. Matt Zelsh have to win 2 today to advance. Yes. Hunter Picard, what's up? Let me be clear. Not to advance to Super Regionals. You have to win today against Gonzaga in the elimination game. And then then Oregon's got to be beaten twice. So you have to beat Gonzaga and then go beat Oregon twice. Once tonight, and then if you win tonight, you'd face them again Monday. Joey Vincent, what's up? Strong Side Sports and Collectibles, what's up? What chances do you give LSU to win the regional? Not good. I think they'll beat Gonzaga and then lose to Oregon. But still, look, that was my whole point all along. Like, I thought LSU could win this regional. They just had to do it out of the winner's bracket. So when they lost that game one, they just don't have enough pitching. They don't have enough pitching to play 5 games in 4 days. They just don't. So, I mean, they would have to mash the baseball. I mean, they would have. Please, yeah. Ideal protein waffles, by the way. Morning, Sconers. Wipe your feet on the way in, and trivia needs a damn welcome mat at the door. Indeed. Chris Smith, what's up? Bianco needs to start every game. I'm with you. He's had as consistent a go of it the last 6 weeks as anybody on the team. Well, no, that's not true. Trey Morgan was incredible for the last month. But let's say outside of Morgan and Cruz, he's been as consistent as anybody on the team for the last 6 weeks. So I agree. I don't like going lefty-righty and taking out a guy that has experience. And I would absolutely DH Cade Beloso. Get me my veterans in there today. Give me guys who have been in these situations before, played in elimination games. Let's see, Lance Bradford, Bianco 2-out RBI double on an 0-2 pitch. That was too bad he didn't get an opportunity against Gonzaga. Hopefully that changes. He'll play today. But Madeira's not going back to Safford after the way that went. Merrick Mathern, good morning from Mandeville. Star Hill Stunners. Sully has too much baggage and Bianco has his bag packed to call him Baton Rouge. Maybe so. My best read on it again, and for those who watched the companion show yesterday, we talked a good bit about it. I am confident in saying that it will be either Kevin O'Sullivan or Mike Bianco as the next baseball coach at LSU. Both would accept the job if offered. And as best as I can tell, you have division internally at LSU over who they want to hire. You have kind of a lot of the old guard, right, that wants Mike Bianco. I think you have an athletic director, though, that has a reputation of making big splash hires. And Kevin O'Sullivan would certainly fit, and Mike Bianco would not. That's not to say Bianco wouldn't do a good job, but I mean, Mike Bianco's reputation, fair or unfair, right or wrong or indifferent, his reputation is 21 years at Ole Miss, great regular season coach that's won a lot of games, been to Omaha one time. That's his reputation. And that's not good enough here. Like, the guy that they're replacing has been to Omaha 5 times, has a national championship and a national runner-up, and that wasn't good enough for the fans. So, I don't know who's going to win. But it's pretty. I know who has dug in their heels on what side of this decision, and the reasons for which they have. I just don't know ultimately which way it's going to fall. But with Florida losing yesterday, if LSU bows out today, which I think they will, candidly, I think LSU will beat Gonzaga. I think they'll beat Gonzaga, and then lose to Oregon tonight. If it's Kevin O'Sullivan, then you announce your new coach on Tuesday. And if not, then you're waiting on Mike Bianco, and you'll know that in pretty short order. The strangest thing is that when I talk to Ole Miss people about this, they're like kind of excited for Bianco to be gone, and it's really strange, like why you would feel good about hiring a coach that another program would be excited to lose. Let's see. Tim Gotro. I don't care if we face a righty, lefty, or ambidextrous pitcher. Yesterday's lineup should be the lineup. I completely disagree with you, Tim. Now, with the personnel, that's fine. I would actually prefer to have Beloso in over Arnold, but whatever. But I don't like Dylan Cruz leading off for the reasons we saw. Especially when you have Milazzo in the 9-hole, who late in the game he couldn't even get a bunt down, and so basically Dylan Cruz has no table setter. That's why you bat that kid third. You bat that kid third so people are on base when he comes up and hits 2 homers in a game. Like that should have accounted for 6 runs, not 2 runs. Anyway. Tad Page, what's up? Merrick Mathern, if baseball season ends today, how fast do they announce the new coach? Kind of just talked about that. It depends on who the coach is. Where's Money? Blake Money did make the trip. Andrew Repass, you have a limited travel roster in the postseason. Or a postseason roster, I should say. So a lot of the guys that don't make the postseason roster start their college summer ball season. So Blake Money did make the roster. Andrew Repass. Morning, Scone from Pasadena. Hearing a lot of McConnell smoke. He's tired of fighting for kids in Iowa, Wisconsin, Illinois. You're talking about Dan McDonald from Louisville? No, I just told you who it's going to be. It's either going to be Kevin O'Sullivan or Mike Bianco. Tom Brouillard, Murder Giraffe. What's up? Be fair, Ultimate Warrior. Gonzaga's going down. We're winning the regional. They're not going to win the regional, but I think they're going to beat Gonzaga. Let's see, why Bianco? He didn't win anything at Ole Miss with all the talent over the years. I think that's going to be the reaction a lot of LSU fans have if it is Mike Bianco. That's going to be a tough sell of the fan base. And they're going to try if it is Bianco. I mean, they're going to get Skip and all the old players and everybody to come and rally behind Bianco. I mean, and they will. But I also think a big part of it is, Maneri, I think, a lot of players from the Bertman era feel like they've not been welcomed into the program under Maneri. And I think they would welcome, that's where you're seeing a lot of support for Bianco. They would welcome Bianco in because it would feel like that's their guy, and now they could come around the program again. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. You missed the part where I'd be okay with Beloso for Arnold. Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm with you on that. Cruz hitting after Milazzo shows why it's time for Paul to go. I mean, the flip side of it, though, Warrior is... Oh, it's like Ultimate Warrior, but Warrior, I get it. The flip side of that is, if you're leading off, you can get up there hunting fastballs early in counts like he did. And, I mean, Cruz homered up in the game. I mean, that's the flip side of it. So you can say, look, it worked. He hit 2 homers from the leadoff spot. He did, but I'd rather that guy hitting with men on base. Let's see. Dan Ducote. LSU should have a clear advantage over Gonzaga, assuming our premier win of the regional is not CCS. Why steal Morgan in the first inning? Seems a little early to press a runner on to second. I don't mind being aggressive. When Morgan got picked off is what he's talking about. And that was a rally killer. I mean, I don't mind him going. If you've scouted that and I don't know, but like if you've scouted their catcher and you don't feel like he's really good at controlling the running game and you're trying to put a guy in scoring position early you had nobody out. I mean, you got Cruz homered and then K. Doty singled, and then Morgan got him home, and so you're up 2-0 with a runner on first and nobody out, and then Morgan gets picked off, and then Dugas strikes out, and now boom, they're out of the inning. where it could have been a huge inning in the first. So I don't mind stealing. The problem was Trey Morgan had to have more awareness. I mean, he was just going on first move, and the kid had a nice pickoff move. And you could say, look, that happens, and it does. It happens in pro ball. Guys have good pickoff moves. But it's more concerning because it happens at LSU all the time. Brian Apin, good morning from Vernon, Illinois. Congrats to Eunice for winning their 7th JUCO Natty. That's awesome, man. Awesome. Did you see a picture of Cardell Thomason's brand new Camaro? I did not. But I wouldn't worry about that so much. Cardell's family is like, I don't. Boosters don't go buy cars for dudes that are in year 3 and can't crack the lineup. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't worry about that. Brandon, our hitting will have to get 100% better if we want to win this regional. I agree. Like, I mean, if you're going to win it, if you're going to win tonight against Oregon and then potentially tomorrow, you are going to have to slug your way past them. Jerry, good morning. Looking forward to the companion show this afternoon. Thank you, Jerry. Appreciate that. Stephen Miller, what's up, my dude? Justin Arnold, good morning. 90 days until the Rose Bowl. I'm excited about that. I was actually talking to Russ Mitchell yesterday about that. Our families are planning to get together, like rent an Airbnb and like stay somewhere. I was like, man, that's your territory. You find out where we're staying. We'll be there. Blaine Smith, Coleman has pitched well down the stretch. Need Labus to pitch good, eat up 7 innings. Yeah. I mean, you know what? Honestly, Blaine, 7 would be great. I would take 5 solid innings from Labus today. As bad as he's been of late, and I'm not trying to criticize the kid, just calling it like it is. I mean, he's not had a good outing since the Ole Miss outing. If he could just get you through 5 with a lead, get you through 5, and let the bullpen take you home, and then you figure out the nightcap tonight, that'd be cool with it. By the way, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much. Please hit the like. I would appreciate it very much. If you're watching on mobile, X out of the live chat, hit the thumbs up, and then just tap live chat again, come right back in. And right there on Facebook also, please like the page and share the post. Up on YouTube, please subscribe as well. Patrick Kason, good morning. Companion show today. Planning on it. And look, if LSU wins, we'll just go straight through. We'll go from like 5 o'clock to midnight. 7 straight hours of companion show. Stephen Miller. Let's see. You see your boy from Calic High hit 2 homers in the game yesterday and 3 homers total in the DHer. I saw that you tweeted me for Josh Smith. Yeah, man. I'm pumped for him. He's going to be fantastic. One of the more underrated guys at LSU. I mean, as good a defensive infielder as he was, and a fantastic leadoff hitter who worked counts and had some pop. Josh Smith is a fantastic player, man. I think he'll be a big leaguer at some point in his career. Might be on the right side of the infield at second base, but he'll be a big leaguer at some point in his career. James Tyrone, Matthew Cox, good morning. Anthony Ray, who starts at 9 if we win. So I've gotten that a couple times. Depending on who you use today, I mean, Labus will start, but who you use out of the bullpen? I mean, you could bring back Ty Floyd to start it. I would think also Javen Coleman would be an option if you don't use him in this game. Let's see. Who has the upper hand pitching against Gonzaga today? Let me look at Gonzaga's number 3. Actually, it's not even their 3. It's their 4. So this is the tough part for Gonzaga, right? So their number 2, as we talked about, was Gabe Hughes, broke his hand, so he's out for the regional. He's not pitching. So LSU saw their ace in game 1, and then they had to pitch their number 3 yesterday. So I really don't know. Let's see. Early this year, they played a 4-game series. Michael Fowler is a good option as well. Lance Bradford pointed out. I'd be totally fine with them starting Michael Fowler. But again, it depends who you use in this first game. So let's see. Gonzaga played a 4-game series against Dallas Baptist, and the starter of game 4 was Bradley Mullen. and they used 1, 2, 3, 4. They used 5 pitchers in that game. So 3 1/3, 2 innings, 2/3 of an inning, 2 1/3, and then a third of an inning. So like, let's see if Bradley Mullen is their number 4 guy. I mean, this is the point, right? So like, they're out of their weekend rotation already, so they're stretching. That's why if you can get a solid outing, man, if you can get a solid outing from. All right, here we go. Here was a mid. Not yet. Why? Oh, ASCII Rock. Oh, absolutely. Come on down for some ASCII Rock. Daniel Naughton is who they threw in that midweek game, but only went 2 1/3. Yeah, I mean, it's like they're scraping the bottom, man. Gonzaga, as far as available starters. I mean, when I look at guys, I'm looking at their roster right now. They're pitching. They're storming this morning. Alec Jacob, who they saw, Gabe Hughes, who's the number 2. Those are the only guys on the team with double-digit starts. William Kempner had 9 starts, and Alec Gomez had 8. Gomez with a 5.48 ERA. I mean, and then Kempner with 9 starts has a 3.10 ERA. 34 strikeouts in 40 innings pitched. You're not talking about strikeout pitchers, man. Anyway, you got it. This is my point, right? I mean, like, you're gonna have a really good shot to win this game today. Like, you should win this game tonight against Gonzaga. It's really gonna be when you come back against Oregon. Now you're left with a 4th option, whatever that may be, against Oregon's Sunday guy. Breezy Bro. Okay, your daughter is Ainsley. Okay, hang with me, Breezy. We can get Drew in here. We'll definitely do a happy birthday song. Jared DeLucky, Florida fans weren't happy with the story about the lack of support by Florida fans. Yeah, so there was a TV guy in Florida who did a story basically crapping on the Florida fans and just the program in general for their lack of juice around the program, which is why Kevin O'Sullivan would leave. People have asked me that about, like, why would he leave Florida? It's his program. He's built it. They just built him a stadium. That's why. Like, whenever you have a home regional baseball game and there's 1,000 people in the stands, like, there's no juice around the program. The people there, they just don't care. He's won there. He's brought major leaguers there. They don't care. It's just not a thing there. So, I mean, he's a college baseball coach that wants to win college baseball championships and have people care about his college baseball program. And, they do here. Brian Ashcraft, good morning. Do you think Maneri should start a guy like Fontenot? Brandon, I wouldn't. But I think he would be available again today if you needed him for sure. Brent Roban, only threw 9 pitches yesterday. Morning, Scone. This team sure is interesting. Should have been a scrimmage game, but you never know which teams will get hit. The difference, Brant, is, man, it's regionals. Like, Florida, which was the consensus preseason number 1, lost yesterday to South Alabama 19-1. It's regionals. Everybody's good. You got to this point because you won your conference, or you were good enough to get an at-large bid. So, do upsets happen? Yeah, but it should never surprise you. It's baseball and it's regional and everybody's good. Green Jacket is our shooter's going to choke. Nicely done, Anthony. Hey, Aunt Sharon, good morning. John DeRoche, good morning. Josh Webb, good morning. Hopefully our offense is heating up. Pulmonary said it was his son that told him to put Cruz batting first. Oh, geez, please don't tell me that's true. Wendell Babin, good morning from Maurepas. Patrick Kimmery, LSU definitely doesn't have the pitching for 5-game series, but I bet most teams don't have that deep of pitching. Exactly right, which is why if you get to that 5th game, I mean, you remember, I hate to bring this up, but 2014, when LSU lost to Houston, Houston came back and beat LSU twice. And on that Monday, there was some kid with a rubber arm who had already pitched earlier in the weekend. Do y'all remember this? I mean, I hate to bring this up, but that's when Houston beat LSU and ended up being Aaron Nola's final, series at the box. LSU ended up playing Houston 3 times. They beat Southeastern, then beat Houston, and then Houston came back and beat them twice. Houston beat LSU in 11, 5-4, and then came back on the Monday and beat LSU 12-2. Let's see, that guy's name who pitched was, shoot, bro, he had a rubber arm, man, that kid. That kid who pitched was Andrew Landtrip. No, it would have been Robinson then who went. So Robinson went 6 1/3 of relief, threw 100 pitches in relief. 4 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts. That kid. It was that kid. They brought their guy out of the bullpen and he threw 100 pitches. And after already having thrown in the regional. And anyway, you got to have one of those, basically. Bob and Natalie, I'm hearing the Louisville coach. I don't know who you're talking to or what you're hearing. That's. I mean, unless if something drastically transpired overnight, where Dan McDonald had an epiphany and decided that he was just going to come walk to Baton Rouge and knock on Scott Woodward's door and beg him for the job, that's not happening. And Vitello from Tennessee is not getting the job. He's staying in Tennessee. They're giving him a bunch of money. And TCU's coach, I'm looking at Justin Arnold's comment, Schlossnagle's getting the A&M job. Andrew Bayer, who does Richard Lipsy want as the next coach? I feel like his opinion will carry a lot of weight. Touche, Andrew. Ding, 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 ding. You get the gold star today. So, yes, that is very true. His word does carry a lot of weight, as does his checkbook. And he is one of the early quarters of Kevin O'Sullivan. So, take that for what it's worth, which is why this becomes very, very interesting, because he is the guy that got Joe Oliva fired, and got King Alexander fired, and basically got John Bell Edwards elected. And yeah, he's a guy. Did A&M announce Schlossnagle yet? Has he accepted? He hasn't accepted A&M. I mean, he has. I know he's going to A&M, but they haven't announced it yet, I guess. Yeah, they still got him as the TCU coach. Yeah, but he's going to A&M. Kathy, what happened to Cliff Godwin? Thought he was 2 on the list. So he was, Kathy. And well, no, I wouldn't say he was 2. What I would say is he was the we won't go any lower than him on the list, right? Like you try to check your boxes with your home run hires, and then Cliff is sort of your, okay, if these don't pan out, boom. And as they were going through some of the, let's suffice to say this, Cliff Cliff Godwin's a single guy. Nothing wrong with that at all. And lives his life as a single guy, which again, nothing wrong with that at all. But when you're LSU and you're in the midst of a Title IX investigation with everything going on therein, you have to be careful. So, like, I'll give you a for instance, and some of y'all are going to think I'm just hating on the guy, but like, the picture that came out last summer with Ed Ogeron in bed with the woman, like, that's really bad for a lot of reasons. Like, imagine if you were thinking about hiring a coach and through the vetting process, like something like that pops up while you're amid this Title IX investigation. You're probably going to look at that and go, yeah, that's really poor judgment in an area where we can't afford to have poor judgment. Does that make sense? Like, that's kind of some of the things that happen when you start going through the, all right, let's check into these things. That's why Jeff Long got fired at Kansas for hiring Les Miles, because you have to do your due diligence. So Kansas is looking at their athletic director going, wait a minute, you hired this guy and you didn't know this? Like, you have to do a background check. You have to do your due diligence. You have to go through and dig to make sure that we as an athletic department, the university, don't end up with this egg on our face. And you didn't do it, so you're fired as well. So like that's kind of why you go through those processes. And I think LSU just has to be extra diligent now because of what they're facing with the Title IX lawsuit. There's a lot of factors involved. I've covered a lot of coaching searches, y'all, over the years. I mean, a lot. In different sports, head coaches and assistant coaches and all that sort of stuff, coordinators, whatever. Like, this one has as many variables as any I've ever seen. It's been interesting, to say the very least. Let's see. Cortland Jacob, Michael Guidry. Hey, babe.
Do you want me to come or no?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
That was not a convincing. It's okay.
Erica's here for Ask E-Rock. If you have Ask E-Rock questions, please line them up. Let's see. If you have Ask E-Rock questions, please line them up. Just give me a couple minutes for the Ask E-Rock questions, babe. Okay. What are you doing? Truax, what's up? Brian, Andy Penn, Adam Contreras. I mean, you can say, Brian, you can say whatever you want about JBE. I don't care. I'm not a political guy. I'm just telling you, he got elected because of Richard Lipsey. That's all I'm saying. John David Mathern, Craig Duke, Anthony Vento. O'Sullivan is cocky. So I would say LSU needs some life in the program. Like, give me someone with some juice. Absolutely. Drew Hurst, what's up? Danny Braywick, do you think Florida's poor performance could be contributed to rumors of their coach? Maybe. Some. I don't think it helped in any way. Oregon's guy threw 130 plus last night, so they could save a guy. LSU's best shot to win the region would have lose. Ask you, Rob, would your dad be a good coach for LSU baseball and cook a gumbo for every Sunday game?
He could cook gumbo. I don't know that he would be a good coach for baseball. Swimming and diving for sure.
Cortland, the lefty, can change to a pickoff mid windup. I mean, Cortland, first of all, it's not a windup. He's pitching out of the stretch. And yes, that's why you have to be patient as a runner. You don't go on first move. You wait for his leg to cross or for the move toward home. Like, this is like stuff my 10-year-old nephew knows in his travel ball. Patrick Kimmery, off topic, does HUDCO do metal roofs? Absolutely, HUDCO does metal roofs. You kidding me? We do all kind of roofs. If it's shingle, if it's standing seam, slate, tile, we do it all. Holler at your boy. Would love to get you a metal roof. I'm fired up about that. Ask E-Rock. This is from Nicholas Castile. Ask E-Rock. Waffles or pancakes?
Well, it depends. The diet-wise, like our diet food we're eating, waffles. They taste better waffled. But
So Ideal Protein has like pancake mix, right? And like you can just add water, put it in a bowl and stir it or whatever. But Erica bought a little a mini waffle iron.
Uh-huh.
So she makes them into little mini waffles.
but if my dad's cooking breakfast, my dad's pancakes are really good.
Oh, I thought you like your dad's
I
waffles.
like his waffles too, but I like a pancake texture.
Interesting. Daniel Clark, Matt, you're the first person I thought of when Milazzo bunted and struck out. And I get it too. Like I get why in that situation you want to bunt. You get a
You
runner.
said for them to bunt.
I know. Listen, you get a run, and I hate bunting, but you get a runner in scoring position with Dylan Cruz up and a tie ball game. Like in that instance, I get it because the guy at the plate has given you absolutely zero. But then you try to bunt, and look what happened. Like he popped up a third strike bunt. Anyway, that's never bunt, man. I mean, that's maybe where you tell
You
him.
said bunt yesterday.
I know.
Where you're like, never bunt, but you said bunt.
I went against my ethos yesterday.
So you were wrong.
I went against. No, I was right. In
No, you
my
said bunt.
my ethos is right and never bunt, but I went against it yesterday, and that was a lesson
then
learned.
Yesterday you were wrong.
In that
But
moment.
you can't say it.
In that moment.
You can't say it.
What?
That you were wrong
I
yesterday.
just did in that moment.
No, you're not saying I'm wrong. You said my ethos, whatever the hell that is. You said whatever that means. You cannot say I was wrong yesterday. Excuse me.
That was so gross.
I hiccuped and took it
You're
up.
gross.
There's
That's
a
gross.
hiccup that I took in air.
Ryan Dixon asks E-Rock, can she find me an allocated Bourbons ferry?
Oh, maybe. Depends on. Yeah, okay. It'd be cute. You're the fairy of all.
I'm not getting anybody else allocated Bourbons. They're hard enough to find. I might find it for somebody else. What?
It's so rude.
Well, Erica, I mean, you work really hard on those relationships and stuff like that to be able to get really good whiskeys when they're available. You don't get them and then just give them to somebody else. You can share. Like anybody, you know when people come here, they can have whatever they want on my whiskey set collection. Whatever you want to try. Landon LeBlanc, morning Scone. Would love to see Todd Walker take the head coaching job. That won't happen. They're not going to hire someone who's never been a coach before. Now, I can tell you that I believe Todd would be an assistant and has expressed interest in the past at being an assistant coach, maybe hitting coach or something. And that would not surprise me. R.L. Wagensback asks E-Rock, favorite beach sipping drink?
Something with Malibu. Usually very fruity. Fruity tooty with Malibu on the beach. But I like frozen on the beach.
Got it.
I like frozen things.
Charlie Cavell, what's up?
But I won't be going to the beach this year, so.
You want to go? We can go.
When?
Let's pick a weekend and go. We don't have to go with your entire family. We can just pick a weekend and go.
But I don't know that there's a weekend available.
Of course there is.
Okay, we'll see.
We got nothing in the month of July. Except for
Nothing.
Drew's
It's like
birthday.
the biggest month ever.
We got Drew's birthday.
And you have SEC Media Days.
Meet me there after media days. I'll leave media
have
days
work.
on Thursday and
I go back to work.
take a day off. Take Friday off. I'll leave Thursday, go to the beach. We'll spend Thursday night, Friday
I'm
night,
not
Saturday.
meeting you at the beach, first of all. I'm not packing up and driving by myself with Drew to the beach. Are you crazy?
Ask E-Rock, when searching for the new baseball coach, will the criteria be he's one of us? That's a Noseron reference.
No, he just needs to be younger. No old guy.
Ask E-Rock, is a hot dog a sandwich?
Ugh, a hot dog is disgusting. It's not a sandwich. I don't know what it is. It's awful. I've never even eaten one, I don't think.
Patrick Kimmery asks E-Rock, has she tried sparkling reds? It's my new favorite wine category.
I have tried sparkling reds in the past. I do not like them.
Do you remember we had one at 18 Steak at LaBerge? Our first anniversary, we went to LaBerge, and we ate at 18 Steak, and they found it was our anniversary. They brought us, or maybe someone gave it to. I don't remember, but they gave us that bottle. They brought us a bottle of sparkling red. It was really, I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I don't.
It was the first time I'd ever had it.
anything red.
But that wasn't really like a red.
Yeah, but it still had that like strong taste to it. It had like this like strongness to it that I don't like.
Earl, what's up? Cortland, Gabby Labruzzo, Ask E-Rock, what's the lineup tonight and how many back-to-back times is Cruz batting?
I think he should just bat all night. How about that? He's so good.
Yesterday, he is so good. Yesterday during the, now Trivia's here.
Oh, well.
Well. A
Where you
little late to
been?
the party there,
Lazy
Trivia.
Bones, been in bed this morning.
I said I didn't get the alert.
I don't trivia. I get an alert after Matt's show is over. Usually, it'll say Matt Scone is live.
But he's on YouTube.
Okay, well, for Facebook, I get like a 10 a.m. like Matt Scone is live on Facebook. I'm like, no, he's not.
Ask E-Rock, can cane syrup or regular syrup on pancakes?
I don't like cane syrup. That's too strong. I like sugar-free. Actually, I like sugar-free light syrup. I just want something to make it like a little bit like soft.
Cortland, do you think Milazzo would have gotten hit? I don't know. But what I do know is they tried to bunt him.
But Matt said to bunt.
He didn't. See, but here's the thing: if you actually go up and swing away, this is my theory on why you don't bunt. Bunting is the only strategy in baseball where both teams feel like they won. Right? I'm not okay with giving up outs. So in that situation, if he swings away, a lot of things could happen. They could walk him. They could hit him with a pitch. He could hit a ground ball and there could be an error. He could get a single. He could get a double. He could triple, get a home run. There's a ton of potential possible positive outcomes from that, where bunting is you're giving up an out, and I don't like that. You're saying, yep.
Why do you keep looking at me?
We're having a conversation.
I'm not having a conversation.
Now on pancakes and waffles. Jason Aguilar at Ask E-Rock, is Matt ever wrong? And when he's wrong, do you twist a knife in his side? Ha ha ha.
Yes, one time we were at an LSU football game and he was wrong about something. I don't remember. And then the band started playing and I started saying, you were wrong, 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 you were wrong. Yes, you were. I forgot what you were wrong about. But you're wrong a lot, and I just let you be right just because it's easier. I don't like to fight. I don't like to debate. I don't like any of that. I'd rather just say okay and know in my head you're wrong.
E-Rock, please clear the microwave seconds.
Who said that?
Breezy Bro.
I don't understand why that's a big deal. I still don't understand why that's a big deal. There are like 100 clocks in this house, and you're like, oh, because I look over there and it's 18 seconds. There is a clock right below it for the oven. There's a clock if you turn the other way above the stove. There's a clock in the same room above our bench where Drew's play area is. And then there's a fourth clock over on the shelf above the couch. There are a plethora of clocks, and then usually you have your watch on you. So I don't understand the big deal about maybe I want to end it before I hear the beeping noise. I don't like the beeping noise.
No problem. End it before the beeping noise. No problem. Then just hit clear.
I forget.
Ask E-Rock, you making the lineup today, what number is Dylan Cruz batting?
Not 1, because when he's 1 and he hits home run, it doesn't help us. I say he's
3. See, even the person who doesn't know anything knows that.
I say 3.
That's good. That's a good point. Earl, what pitcher are we facing today? Matt, left or right? I don't know who Gonzaga's starting yet. Richie Mercer, Ask E-Rock, will you bake Richard Lipsy his favorite cookies to help LSU get the best coach not named Bianco? He don't need her cookies to do that.
But yes, I don't know how to bake good cookies. I bake other stuff that's really good.
Rusty said it's all weather's bad in Gonzales, raining hard. Y'all remember?
It's bad, like it just started storming here, Drew, Matt.
If you end up with water.
Drew's in like the best mood. I think his stomach finally feels. I think he's been having stomach for like 6 years. This is the first time he's been like up in the mornings, happy when you start his food. He's not upset and fussing. I've been to him. He had a ton of bubbles already 30 minutes in. Like, he's just happy. I feel like our kid's been like walking around with a perpetual stomach ache. It makes me sad.
Yeah.
But I'm happy that he's good today.
Yeah.
Maybe we just need to slow his food down to 1:15. Really,
if hot dog isn't a sandwich, what about a sausage po' boy?
That's a po' boy. Po' boy and a sandwich are different.
Ask E-Rock, I need a new phone. Should I go with a fancy one with caller ID built in? Or keep it simple with a separate caller ID box on the side?
Who said that?
Craig Dugas.
Craig, I like the little box. Because sometimes when you get the ones that are on the phone, you have a hard time reading the little bitty name on the little bitty screen of the phone. So if you get the box, it's probably going to be a lot bigger font.
For those that don't understand the reference, the Mosconas still have a landline because Erica refuses to get rid of our landline. So anyone who wants to take a shot, you're not taking a shot at me because I am very anti continuing to piss money away on the landline every month. She's the one who wants the landline.
I'm proud of it. Proud of it.
Patrick Kimmery asked E-Rock if she plans to do a weekly sports betting podcast now that it'll be legal in Louisiana.
Probably not a podcast because I don't think I have enough material. Content, as Gary Vee says. He loves that word, by the way. That man says the word content 8 million times in one of your little episodes you listen to. I meant to say that the other day. It aggravates me. So I don't have enough content, Gary Vee, to do a podcast, but I could do like a little segment.
Okay. Have you tried the Steens blended? I have not. Tammy Ann Morrow asked E-Rock, what about Mississippi State hitting coach? Young, cute, and coached all-American hitters.
Oh, who's that?
Jake Gautreaux played at Tulane, but they're not going to hire him as the head coach. Ask E-Rock if she can have Sully over for breakfast for her dad's pancakes. Will Wade for happy hour for a strong-ass bourbon, or Coach O for dad's gumbo, and Mulkey for Ponchatoula strawberry shortcake.
No, we'll have Will Wade over for probably a crawfish etouffee.
Okay. You would like Kim Mulkey too.
Yeah. I don't want to talk sports. I feel like she talks sports a lot.
We would talk sports. Ask E-Rock, what's a landline?
Ha ha. It's the kind you plug into the wall, so it's always there. Always there. Doesn't matter if you have good reception or not. Doesn't matter if your phone is charged or not. It's easy to talk to. You just can rest it on your shoulder. It's very easy to get things done while you're talking on the phone if you use a landline.
Tammy Ann Morris said, Matt, let assistant worked out well. Skip, I guess you're saying the last assistant. That's actually not true, Tammy. The last one was Smoke Laval, and that did not work out well. Ask E-Rock, do you still have a TV with the antenna that you have to turn a knob to change the channel?
No, my grandparents had one of those. I didn't. I've moved up in the TV world. Just the phone world. Do you know it's a portable phone? It's not like it's one that has a stretchy cord to it.
It's called cordless, Eric.
Portable.
Cordless.
I call it a portable phone.
Okay. Justin Arnold, what do you think will happen with Alan Dunn? He is going to be fired. None of the staff is going to be retained.
I don't like when you talk about that.
Why?
People's jobs being fired and stuff. Makes me sad.
Okay.
If I heard somebody say, oh, Erica, she's about to get fired to St. Jude, I would be heartbroken if someone said that about me.
I agree.
So I don't like you saying people are going to get fired.
I understand.
Just say, I'm not sure.
Well, no, because I'm going to give them the answer. But
that's somebody's life.
I understand that, Erica.
It's their livelihood.
But they're also they chose a career where they live a public life. I mean, that's the nature of it. And they're compensated. They're compensated very well for it. But that's just part of what you understand. You accept part of the job. I get it, but there's an interest. People don't care about who the counselor is going to be at St. Jude. They do care about who the
They do care about who the counselor is going to be at St. Jude.
No one has ever come and said, "Hey, I want to do a podcast on the counselor at St. Jude."
They should.
But they don't.
I have a lot of content for that, for sure.
Ask E-Rock, would you love 8 hours of a companion show?
Oh, I can't wait. I'm trying to see everything I need to get done before 5 p.m. I need lots of things to help before 5 p.m. Because at 5 p.m., Matt's done for the day. No syringes, no bottles.
I can do all that. I pulled up all those syringes yesterday.
You're into the game.
I did it yesterday during the game.
You didn't care about the game yesterday.
I pulled up meds. I did. That was an elimination game.
You were supposed to do a show. You're like, I'm not doing a show. Like, you didn't even care about the game.
That wasn't because they didn't care about the game. It was whether I would do a show at 3:00 on a Saturday and I knew we were going to dinner. That's why. Anyway, the base hit fairy came through.
I know. See, don't just need to ask for it.
Ask E-Rock, how many times should Dylan Cruz bat today?
I think he should be number 3 for sure. What's his order? Do you know?
We don't know yet. Ask E-Rock, what other fairies do you have in the house?
Oh, lots. I haven't used them lately because I'm the fairy lately. But there's a dishwashing fairy, fold the clothes fairy. The bed making fairy is my mother because she makes our bed every single day.
Not every day.
Oh, yeah.
Not every day.
Pretty much. Not the laundry fairy. I prefer to do the laundry because I got to spot treat about 50 things each time for Drew and you. So I'll do no laundry fairies. But,
And you can make the bed.
Y'all are in the bed.
Not
I
lately.
leave.
Not lately.
I made the bed yesterday.
Summer. During the week, you didn't make the bed one day this
Yes,
week.
I did.
No, you didn't.
100% I did.
Not in the morning.
Because I'm running out the house and Drew's either in the bed
And
or
what do you think
you're
I'm
in
doing?
bed. I am up before you.
Erica. And then when I get up, I do morning scone, I'm taking
Right.
him, and I'm getting out of the house because I got to go work.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
That's why I'm getting out of the house to go work.
Okay.
Go bring him the bacon. For you. Yeah.
Great. Well, then next time the haircut fairy doesn't need to come along.
Oh, yeah.
But
Fairies
that.
are always welcome.
Hey, Drew.
Hi, happy boy. How cute is he?
Hey, bud, come see Dad. I want to tell you something. Come see. Come see. Come see.
Yeah. He's like that Will Wilson beeping.
There you go. Ask E-Rock, are you ready for vacation?
Kind of.
Ooh, she's not excited about this.
I'm not happy about where we're going. We're going to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, which I'm sure is beautiful. The house we have there is gorgeous. They have like an actual playground for Drew at the house on our property. Beautiful pictures. Scenery is amazing. I don't want to drive 10 hours to get there. I don't want to pack for 8 days and forget. People don't understand the stress packing for Drew.
I don't have no stress.
We know that. So, in order to make sure you don't miss or forget anything for Drew, it is a very stressful process because.
And you know what you do if you forgot something?
Oh, you go buy it?
You go buy it.
Well, because you don't go buy it there. You think there's Walgreens in Gatlinburg, Tennessee?
Yes.
No.
What's it?
It's the things that you can't just buy at Walgreens. It's all the equipment and the supplies we have here that I might forget. So I've already started packing in the guest room. The bed is
811
covered.
Parkway, Gatlinburg, Tennessee, 37738, Walgreens Pharmacy.
Okay, so there's one Walgreens. Meds, supplies, it's that kind of stuff. I get very nervous packing up Drew because he requires so many things, and I don't know what we're going to need in the mountains. Then,
We're gonna need in
number
the
two,
mountain.
if anyone knows of a rental company, because
Oh, yeah,
Matt
this is
promised me we're getting an RV, and we're not, because there's not any available.
I didn't promise you we'd do it. I agreed to do it.
You
We can't get
convinced
one.
me to do it. I didn't want to do it. You convinced me why it was so great. I was like, no, we're not doing that. And then I was so convinced that then now we need a bigger automobile to go on this trip, first of all.
Traveling with Drew is not easy.
No,
Okay.
or fun.
Because he's tube fed. He obviously has diapers. Like and the tube feeding is tough because he also can get motion sick and he'll throw up his food when he's in the car.
You're supposed to vent Drew halfway through the feeds. To vent him, he has to be laying flat.
So there's a lot. So it's hard to make sure that he's getting his nutrition while we're driving. So I had the idea, well, we go on this, and normally we go to the beach, you got like a 4-hour drive or a 6-hour drive, whatever it is, and we could stop, halfway and get whatever we're going to do. But, Tennessee is like 10 hours where we're going. I think it's 10 hours all the way up there.
Yes.
So it's like, I said, well, we could stop halfway, like stop in Birmingham and spend the night, and then do the rest of the drive the next day. Or we could, get like an RV or a Sprinter van or something like that has more space, so that way he could move around. You'd have a way to manage all of his feeds and everything
Change
like
his
that.
diapers, like
Yeah,
that's
all
a
that
big
stuff.
deal.
Yeah.
Changing a diaper, people don't understand. I can't bring Drew. First of all, I don't want to go into a gas station or a rest stop with Drew. Second of all, like he will not lay on one of those tables. So first of all, he's huge. He can't lay on a table. And then if you put him on something that's off the ground, he kind of wigs out.
Yeah.
So
You can't do it in the back of the car because the back of the car is full of stuff. So anyway,
stuff.
you all get it.
Stuff.
So we were going to rent an RV and inventory's low, and then I was looking at like a Sprinter van, and we can't find any RV shop, Enterprise Rent-A-Cars. Nobody has it. I even called Mercedes, who has the Sprinter vans, and I know Scott, who's the head of the van department that Terrio talks about all the time. The van game is 1,000% changed, and he's like, I have one van, like one to sell. They're just
they're really gonna sell it during those 8 days.
maybe, but he's gonna sell it. It's good inventory.
I don't know if he really needs it for 8 days.
See, Star Hill Stunner said Terrio should have the hookup for a Mercedes van, but I'm telling you, like, I know Scott. I mean, Scott McDaniel at Mercedes. Like, I know who runs their van department. Like, he's a listener. He's a fan. I mean, I know Scott well, and I called him directly. He's like, dude, I got nothing. And they just don't have inventory. So what do you do? So if anybody has a Sprinter van or something like that, or knows could help, that would be great. Let's see.
So anyway, back to my vacation.
Nobody cares about any of this.
They asked if I was excited.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Thank you. I didn't just start talking about this. So I'm excited to get. If I could just close my eyes and we'd be there, that'd be one thing. So I'm excited to be with our whole family and all my, Drew loves to be around my sisters and my brother-in-laws and.
You need a great outdoorsman ferry.
I do. And I'm excited for Drew because I think he'll have fun.
Call Cousin Eddie with the RV.
Anyway, I'm nervous about traveling with Drew that far. Like this week, he got a stomach bug. It was pretty much hell for a while. He was very sick. He can't tell us. Our absolutely bomb pediatrician, Tracy Brumman, if anybody needs a pediatrician, Tracy Brumman is angel on earth. She got, so she says, I just don't like being away from home for a long period of time because of
let's. All right, Trivia Carter said, ask E-Rock, what's for breakfast?
It was Optavia and Ideal Protein mini chocolate chip pancake waffles.
You use both of them?
Well, I mean, I use mine, you use yours.
Oh. Ask E-Rock, where's my hat? Some trivia.
Trivia, I don't have YouTube. Facebook message me your address, please, because I bought bags to mail these hats probably over a month ago, and Matt has not given me any addresses.
I don't have your addresses.
Trivia, you send me a Facebook message with your address, and I'll put that thing out in the mail Monday.
Murder Giraffe said a hot dog is 100% a sandwich.
Ugh.
And Murder Giraffe also said, isn't it cheaper to bundle the services?
We do bundle.
But still no point in having it. Juan says, I have a landline too. I'm Team E-Rock. Juan, you're fired.
Thank you. See, Matt says, it's no point because he doesn't think so. He's always right. I want one. So we have a difference of opinion.
When 99% of the people all don't have landlines because technology is advanced, like you're the 1%, you're in the minority.
Okay. That's what I like.
Let's see. Ask E-Rock, Zach Morris cell phone or landline cordless phone with a pull-up antenna?
I like the cordless phone with the pull-up antenna. Those were really good.
I remember those.
They were like tan colored with that silver antenna.
Tom Granick said, want to borrow my RV? Okay, Tom, that would be great.
We don't want to borrow anybody's RV.
Why not?
Because
he's offering.
I don't want to be responsible for somebody else's RV.
That's why he has insurance.
Fingernails like split straight down the middle.
That's weird.
I know. Look, it's like.
Ask E-Rock, how many Walgreens does she need to feel comfortable? That's so good. Connor O'Neill, O'Sullivan is too cocky, LMAO. So what? Skip was cocky. We had no problem with him. Win some MFing championships. I agree. Ask E-Rock, first thing you plan to do in the mountains? It's trivia.
Oh, well. I know nothing about mountains. But first, I'd probably take pictures of Drew with the pretty scenery. That's what I want to do.
Back to Facebook. I was on YouTube there for a minute. Charlie says he lost 70 pounds on Optavia. His wife lost 60.
Wow, yeah.
It's really good. Charlie, need a hat ferry to fly one to Bossier.
Oh, okay. Give me your address. Charlie, the problem with Optavia, I don't know if you're still doing it, it's become insanely popular, and due to COVID, you can't get hardly any of the food. It's very aggravating. And when you do make an order right now, it's taken a good 4 weeks to come in. So I'm very frustrated with the company because their production is very low. So I'm not able to get. It's been frustrating the last month. So anyway.
Courtney Storer said, E-Rock, I love the Gatlinburg. The Walgreens is nice.
Walgreens, there's only one?
There's many. And she says we always stop in Birmingham for a break.
Okay.
Sean McKinnon asks E-Rock, is the school bus orange or yellow? I've never seen a school bus the color of a lemon.
It's yellow.
They're different shades of yellow.
I'd say it's golden. I'd say golden.
Get Hester to loan you one of his crew haulers. Hester has like a passenger van.
Oh.
Like one of those big, but they're like the bench seat passenger van, so that wouldn't work. I would ask him, and he probably would loan it to us. Ask E-Rock, is a school bus... Oh, I did that one. Go back to here. Let's see. Outdoorsy com, I guess .com, you can find personal RVs to rent. Check it out. Outdoorsy. OUTDOORSY. E-Rock doesn't like CVS.
I like CVS. It's perfect walking. This is my deal. I get my prescriptions at CVS for Drew. If it's not being compounded at the Wellness Corner. If you need a compound pharmacy, Wellness Corner in Prairieville is the bomb.
We're giving all kind of these free plugs for people now.
Yeah, Angie Huff and Charlene.
Can we get a discount?
Where? At the Wellness Corner?
Yeah.
They discount me.
How about even more if we just give them a plug?
Okay, well, I don't think I need a plug. But anyway, so I do my prescriptions at CVS and do their drive-through. But I never go inside CVS. But I never do prescriptions at Walgreens. I only go in. It's very interesting. Oh yeah, look, outdoorsy RV rentals.
He said it's the Airbnb of RVs.
Well, who would have known?
Cortland. Thank you, Cortland. Trivia Carter. Ask E-Rock. What will you do if you come across a bear in the mountains?
I don't know what we're going to do about wildlife. Do they have snakes out there, first of all?
I'm sure.
Ugh. They have bears out there?
Oh, for sure.
At our house?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. I'm not an outdoorsy person, first of all. At all. I like to
But do you realize when you're at the beach, there's jellyfish and sharks and all kinds of stuff?
They stay in the water. They don't come out onto land.
But if you go in the water.
But, I mean, what was that?
Your phone?
No.
Oh, it must have been the iPad.
He's in there going, no. He's doing it nicely, but I don't know who he's talking to. So, I hope there's no bears. I don't want to see any wildlife.
Let's see. Tom said, I'm going on a 5-day RV trip with my 4 sisters to distribute his ashes to special places. Knoxville is one of them. Keep watching the news to see if a brother kills a group of sisters.
Sisters are the best. What are you talking about?
Ask E-Rock, does the house in Tennessee have a landline for you? Trivia card.
I hope so. If not, I've got to get a lot more chargers, a lot of more cell phone chargers.
Ask E-Rock, who made the decision to go to Gatlinburg?
My sisters. Jen, my older sister, she has 2 girls who are, 10 and 15. So they want to go do something fun. They want to go do something and not just go to the beach. So my younger sister's son does that travel ball stuff. So they have their last tournament, I guess, in Gatlinburg. So my younger sister was like, well, look, we're going there for Eli's tournament. Do y'all want to do family vacation there this year? And I was like, y'all can go. Sounds good. We're good. Mosconas will not be going to Gatlinburg, Tennessee. And here we are. We're going.
We're going to Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
We're going. And I'm excited. Again, I'm excited about being with everyone. I'm excited about the beautiful mountain house and all the amenities.
The beautiful mountain house.
It's gorgeous. But I'm not excited about getting there. Oh, okay, cabin. I'm not excited about getting there or getting back at all. That's my biggest beef with this.
Ask E-Rock, do we trade in a Volkswagen for a Sprinter van?
I would.
No.
Yeah.
When would we? It's not practical. When would use? So we use it the one time we go to Tennessee.
Well.
Charlie said it's MetaFast, so look at some comparable foods.
I did.
Scotty Nero said Chattanooga is a great stop. They have huge aquarium and Drew likes that kind of stuff.
Chattanooga's far though, huh?
Said maybe it's on the way.
Hi,
Would you be opposed if a Sullivan brought any of his staff? No, you get to hire your own staff. 100% you hire your own staff. I don't like when coaches get hired and they have staff dictated to them. That happened with Les and Jimbo. When Les got the head coaching job, he was basically told, you're going to keep Jimbo as your OC. Jimbo wanted the head coaching job, and they were like, yeah, not ready for it. But they kept him on as OC, and he and Les did not get along. As evidenced by the nature of the offense with Jamarcus and all them dudes slanging it, and he still scored 7 points, 3 points. Was it 7-3 against Auburn? Blah. So yeah, no, you should be able to hire whoever you want. The Pirate Show is pretty great for the kiddos. You should check it out. I think we are, Patrick. They were asking us that, like, we had dinner last night with a couple of Erica's sisters and whatever, and they were asking about some of those, like, performance dinner type things. All right, if you have not yet done so, please hit the... Erica went to go, like, take off Drew's backpack. If you've not yet done so, please hit the like button. I'll remind you about Brock, the Bender's Orthopedic Clinic. After hours clinic, always open on the weekends, so if you need an orthopedist, check out our friends at Brock. Of course, Hudco. Nasty rainy day. Good reminder about Hudco. HudcoRoofing.com statewide. We got a Bossier office, which can handle everything Alexandria and north. And then, of course, our Baton Rouge office, everything on the I-10 corridor. A lot of people, y'all come to New Orleans, you come to Thibodaux, do you come to Lake... Yes. Ask E-Rock. Are you ziplining while in Tennessee?
No.
That's some trivia.
I'm not. Everybody else is. They're doing that climb works or whatever. But there's no way Drew would be able to do that. They're doing this course that looks a little tricky. So me and Drew and Mimi and my oldest niece Olivia will not be taking part in that outing.
Ask E-Rock. Merrick Bethune. Ask E-Rock. Who's filling in for AFR while Matt is on vacation?
I don't know. I asked him that the other day. They were working on that. And don't know.
Ask E-Rock. Is today the day we start seeing Kevin O'Sullivan around town?
What, they lost yesterday?
Yeah, Florida lost.
Oh, maybe.
Trivia Carter, ask E-Rock. Are you driving at all? And if not, why do people that don't drive on the long trip complain about how long the drive is to the actual driver?
Not about me. It's about Drew. Drew is not a fantastic car rider. Beside all the difficulties of getting him taken care of, he doesn't want to sit in a seat for a long period of time. So when we go to Houston or when we go to the beach, 4 hours is about his limit. And the last hour is rough of crying and screaming and kicking. And I said, Drew, y'all don't see often, and we're stuck in a little bitty car with them. So it's tough. It's more about Drew than anything else.
I guess this is Kaylee. Kaylee, Kaeelea.
Kalia?
I think it's probably Kaylee.
Oh.
I bet you. We had a squirrel chew a hole in the side of our wood cabin in Gatlinburg.
Great.
So good.
Can't wait.
Ask E-Rock, would you zip line for $1 million?
Yeah. I just mean Drew's not. You're going to go do it, but Drew can't do that.
All right. I think we're done, y'all. An hour and 13 minutes. They've spent a ton of time with me this weekend.
We get more time later.
I know.
All night.
Well, it depends if LSU wins the first game. Because if they lose, it's over.
It's another 3 hours.
5 o'clock. Companion show. All right. All right, we're done. Y'all have an awesome day. If you're on YouTube and you've not done so yet, please like the post. We'll have 47 likes. That sucks. Please hit the like. And then subscribe, hit the bell so you'll be notified when we go live. Companion show coming up later today for the LSU baseball game. Erica's going to be on camera.
No, she's not.
E-Rock on camera today for the
Don't
companion
say,
show.
I don't even know.
We'll look forward to it. All right, y'all have an awesome Sunday. We will see y'all later. Peace.